Can't do a BC baseball night without having these two special people here. These are parents of Pete Frates, the director of operations for the baseball team. Am I getting that right?
You sure are.
You know, one of the things that we really pride ourselves on here is all of the great inspirational people and the stories that make New England so special. And your son, Peter, is a great example of that. And you maybe give us a little background on who he is and you know what you're going through.
Well, Pete went to St. John's Prep up in Danvers, and he was a three-sport star, and his life dream was to go to Boston College, where Nancy and I both graduated, and he was fortunate enough to be discovered by Coach Pete Hughes for the baseball team, and he played all 4 years, captaining the team in 2007. In fact, he hit a home run right here in a college game against Harvard at Fenway Park, so that was such an incredible moment. And was struck by the pitch about maybe 2 years ago now, and his left wrist went numb. He had it checked out the normal routine way, and maybe 6 months into it, they came to us with this terrible diagnosis of ALS, or Lou Gehrig's disease. And typical Pete, he sat us down and said, there is not going to be any wallowing with this disease. We are going to be upbeat and live each and every day to the greatest and fullest that we can.
I mean, what is it like as a parent, I mean, to have to go through that?
You go through life, you see stories, you watch shows, and people always talk about their life changing in a minute, and that's what happened with us. Yeah, it took us a while to absorb it. It took a while to come out of it, but I have to say Pete's always been that motor that keeps us going. I mean, we're as close as you possibly can be as parents of a child going through a disease, but we don't have ALS. Pete has ALS. And to see him face every day with positivity and inspiration and smile and life, that's what we do.
And every time I've met him, a few times, big smile on his face. I mean, he's always happy. He's a human being. He's got to have his ups and his downs, and I know he's got a beautiful wife. How are they doing?
He's struggling physically, but mentally he's still such an inspiration. And to be here tonight with Boston College, who immediately reached out to him, Mike Gambino called him into his office the week of his diagnosis and said, I need you to be with the team. You are now our director of operations, and you're traveling with the team. And obviously the traveling has become a little bit more challenging. Let's also talk about the Red Sox. The Red Sox have always reached out to Pete, checking on him, how's he doing, and the ALS awareness games that they do for Pete and all others of New England has been really terrific for us.
Well, what you're going to feel, I think, is a dose of what millions of people in New England are going to do, which is going to pray for you and your family all at once when they see this. Because, you know, as parents, as sports fans, as citizens of New England, I mean, I can say this for the people that are out there. I mean, we care about each other. And
well, just to say, we are the luckiest family. We are a very blessed, lucky family, and like you said, the New England community is unbelievable.
You know, these two here and the Frates family are examples of what it's really like to have, you know, greatness, and we thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight, and you're in our prayers.
Thanks so much.
Chuck.
All right, you're welcome.